You design the perfect labels, you send them over to your printer to get printed, you attach them to a mat and let Cricut do all the hard work. You then take these labels and attach them to the cutest jars you found online and fill them with your favorite spices, only to realize they smudge. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well and enjoying the beautiful weather. Hopefully you guys have beautiful weather wherever you're at. So today I want to talk to you about DIY custom labels and custom stickers that you can make using your Cricut machine. So originally this video was just going to be DIY labels because I'm organizing my kitchen and I just needed some labels for my containers, but then my curiosity kind of blew up. What if I wanted to customize my labels? How would I make custom stickers? In this video, I want to cover all the questions I had jumping into making stickers for the first time. I'm a total beginner at this, so if you're just getting started, I hope that you find this video helpful. I'll be sharing all about my issues that I ran into while making stickers and answering all the common questions towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. First off, I want to share with you how I made my DIY spice labels using your Cricut machine. I'll be linking all the products I used in the description box just in case you need it. I just have this very handy plastic bin full of spices. It is not a functional idea. The spices topple over inside the cabinet. I'm always digging for spices. So I finally decided to invest into some cute little glass containers on Amazon to organize my spices. And before adding anything into them, I just ran them through the dishwasher real quick to make sure that the surface was nice and clean before I added any labels to them. To design my labels, I used Cricut Design Space. Under images, I searched for scallop square and scrolled all the way to the bottom to find the perfect scalloped square. I'll go ahead and add the image number in the description so you can find it easier. I right-clicked and ungrouped the design, then moved the square with the letter off to the right side and deleted it. I just needed a clean scalloped square. I then used the Avenir font to add the spice name, number, and type. I also added small lines for character. If you want the same exact design labels that I have, I'll go ahead and link this design for you as well. Once you're ready to print and cut your design, highlight the whole design, right-click and choose Flatten. This will automatically make it a print and cut design. Okay, now I was ready to print. I went ahead and clicked Make It at the top right corner and was prompted to this page. I noticed a border outline around my labels and was wondering what that was. This border actually helps the Cricut machine recognize where to cut your design once printed. After clicking continue, I was prompted to send to the printer. I clicked on that option and left the bleed option on. If you're curious what that is, it simply prints your design a bit past the original design. I made sure my printable vinyl was in my printer tray and printed out the labels with my printer, the Samsung Express. Okay, next I applied my printed sheet onto a mat. I was prompted to choose my material settings. I picked printable vinyl with the original settings, which was 171 cut pressure. I used my Cricut Explore Air 2 to cut the design out. The machine first used its sensor to locate the black bordered outline. This then helped it recognize where it needed to cut. Once the labels were cut, they were ready to attach to my jars. The printable vinyl is actually super duper sticky. I was pretty impressed. It's really easy to work with. I simply lifted each sticker off and gently applied it using my fingers onto the jars. I actually tried doing this with transfer tape and it's just like a big mess, you guys. It's so much easier to do with your hands. I wanted my jars to be displayed in a slide out drawer versus the shelf that I had before. But every time I opened the drawer, they just kind of slid all over the place. So in order to make them lay in rows, I decided I needed some little wood slithers or something. I don't know. So Tony cut me some pieces of wood from a recycled 2x6. We just used the handsaw and we set it at 15 degrees. So it kind of gives us angled cuts. I then spray painted this strip of wood that Tony cut and cut them down to size and installed them in rows inside the shelf, securing them with double-sided tape that I got at the dollar store. And that's it. Once the spices were all displayed, here's how it looked. I still want to get tiny little wooden spoons or gold spoons to help scoop spices when needed, but overall, you guys, I am so happy with how this turned out. This is so much neater and way better than what I had before. Okay, After making the labels, I felt a bit more comfortable and decided to try and make my own custom stickers. I used my iPad for this, and you can also use your iPhone. I think they have the same apps for both. You'll need an Apple Pencil, or you can find pencils on Amazon for a fraction of the price to draw with. I love to use my Procreate app for this. It's not free. I think I paid like $10 for it, but you guys, it is so worth it. You can make so many things with it, and it does really detailed designs. Okay, real quick, here's how I design my own stickers. I first started by sketching a rough idea of my sticker. Then at the top right, it'll give you the option to add a layer. I then outline my flower with a thicker pen on a new layer. If you're confused about layers, think of them as tracing paper that can be removed. Each paper is see-through and you can move it up or down to go behind a design or even be removed. In Procreate, I love that if you don't really have a steady hand and draw a crooked line, Procreate will soften or straighten the stroke if you just hold the stroke for a second. Once I had my flower outline, I went into layers again at the top right corner and deleted my first rough sketch. And now I just have a neat outline of a flower. Another one of my favorite features in Procreate is that you can drag and drop colors. For example, you can color the petals like this. Okay, once I was done with the design, I went into the layers again and made my background black. This is to help see my white outline for the sticker. I then added another layer and positioned this layer under my flower. And on this new layer that I positioned under my flower, I just kind of outlined the whole flower with a white pen. Once it was fully outlined, I went into my layers again and moved the white outline onto the top of my flower and filled this whole outline completely. This helps give your sticker cleaner lines so the Cricut cuts it properly. Once you're done filling this white flower in, you move it back under the flower, and that's it. That's how easy it is to design your own stickers. You can now export the photo and upload it into Cricut. So if you're looking for a free app, I also use Adobe Sketch once in a while. It's definitely more limited than the Procreate app. I use the same technique to create my stickers, just making sure I use the layers. And this app actually has an option to give you a clear background, which is kind of cool. However, I did notice that the quality and pixelation is not as good. So you'll definitely see a difference. You can't get like really detailed designs on it. Okay, now that I was ready to print my stickers, I uploaded each design into Cricut Design Space. I right-clicked and chose Flatten. I then printed them on the Cricut printable vinyl paper and used my inkjet HP Envy 6055 printer to print them. Once they came out of my printer, just to be on the safe side and make sure that they're waterproof, I applied some contact paper to laminate it. This is just a clear film that protects it. It's also like super affordable. I then secured them to a mat and let Cricut do all the hard work. So there's two ways to cut out your stickers. You can do kiss cut or die cut stickers. Kiss cut stickers only cut through the vinyl, leaving the backing, and die cut stickers cut through all the layers, leaving you with a neat looking sticker like this. To make my stickers die cut, I have my settings set at 320 instead of 171 like the previous labels I made. If you don't know how to switch your material settings, it's actually on the bottom left corner right here. And that's how easy it is to make your own stickers. Here's how they look. Keep in mind, I have a pretty cheap printer and it doesn't do very detailed prints. If you do plan on printing stickers for a living, I'd probably suggest to invest into a better quality printer. But here's how they look with a cheap printer. I still think they look pretty decent. Okay, jumping into some basic questions I had. Did you know that sticker paper can make or break your sticker project? So I actually didn't know this, but they sell sticker paper for inkjet printers as well as laser printers. So if you already have a printer and you're just working on a home project, this might save you the trouble of having to buy a new printer. I found these two sticker papers that Cricut sells. One is called printable vinyl and one is called paper sticker. The cool thing about printable vinyl is that even though it's intended for inkjet printers, I've tried this on my laser printer and it worked great. The vinyl sticker paper thickness is just like regular vinyl and has a matte finish. It's definitely a lot thinner than the sticker paper. The sticker paper is intended for most home printers, which I was super excited about. It has a matte finish and feels just like cardstock and resembles the thickness of cardstock. My cheap $130 printer isn't really good with thick paper and it kept getting jammed, so I had to use the printable vinyl to make my stickers and labels. Again, your printer might be stronger and it might do really well with the sticker paper. The second question I had was how to make stickers waterproof. So this was one of my biggest concerns after I found out my black ink tends to smudge when I print with my inkjet printer. To solve my ink smudging problem, I've tried two things that worked great for me. The first thing you can do is spray a clear finish over your stickers. This is a great option if you are making a huge project. I find it kind of hard though to avoid getting an orange peel texture on it. But if that's not a huge concern for you, or maybe you're going for that kind of effect, this is a great option. The second option is laminating your stickers, which simply means to apply a clear vinyl over your designs before cutting them with your Cricut machine. You can actually buy laminating sheets sold online, but I didn't have any on hand and I didn't get a chance to go to the store. I did, however, have contact paper left from a previous project that I decided to try, and it worked like a charm, you guys, and it's also super affordable. I think I got mine $6 per roll on Amazon. The last thing I want to cover is getting your stickers to cut properly and even. I actually had this happen with my stickers. Even though your Cricut machine has sensors that it uses to locate the square outline box around your sticker to help recognize where to cut it, sometimes it's just not enough. I always print my stickers on a regular piece of paper first, then I have the machine cut it just to see if the printer and the Cricut machine are aligning, and for some reason they were not. I did a ton of research and I found this option on Cricut. It's an option to calibrate your machine. It pretty much familiarizes your Cricut machine with your printer. You just follow the instructions prompted. It will have you print these sheets. You then add them to your mat, making sure they're perfectly aligned on the mat. Your Cricut machine will then use sensors to locate the outline and start making cuts along the printed numbers. It will then ask you which cut is the closest or most accurate. You'll punch those numbers in and continue. You keep following the instructions that are prompted and repeating, printing these sheets and getting them cut until you feel like you are getting good results. I went through a total of 10 sheets of these paper to calibrate my machine. You won't have to do this every time you make stickers. After you do it once, you should be good to go. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to cover in this video, or at least everything I learned. Hopefully you guys found this helpful enough to where you can make your own stickers now. I know there's still a lot I need to learn about DIY stickers. If you guys have any tips for me, let me know down below. I'd love to know. If you stuck along throughout the whole video, you're the best. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to do some DIY home decor next, so feel free to subscribe if you like that kind of stuff. I will be posting more and more DIYs. I will see you guys all next time. Bye.